Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Alex Trin Gaming. And in this episode of Alex Trin Gaming, we are going to San Francisco in Watch Dogs 2. So we are crossing the Bay Bridge, the new portion of the Bay Bridge. You might recognize this bridge from the Golden State Warriors logo. That is what it's based on. So we're going to go through this tunnel, and here's the Bay Bridge that everybody knows, that's been seen on typical postcards when you visit San Francisco. And today, in this episode of Alex Trin Gaming, I will be driving around San Francisco and looking at the locations of San Francisco. And a note here, I've been to San Francisco many times. When I say many times meaning I don't remember how many times that I went there. But I will say this, I haven't been to San Francisco in like 6, 7, or probably 8 years. So that's a super long time, and the first portion of the Bay Bridge, based off of where the Golden State Warriors took that inspiration from, that bridge was still under construction in real life. So being able to drive around it as I'm trying to get past this truck is an amazing experience to see and look at this game. And Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, however you want to pronounce it, comment in the comment section below if you know the proper pronunciation of this game developer. They did a great job of replicating real life San Francisco into a video game. They did an excellent job. 11 out of 10. And I will say this, Los Santos, and here's one of the museums, the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. I will say this, Rockstar Games Los Santos, based off of Los Angeles, LA area, Southern California, does not match this. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of my favorite video games of all time, and Watch Dogs 2 is my favorite game of this generation. So here's the map of San Francisco, and look at the detail of this map. Noodle Maps, based off of Google Maps, obviously. And here's the Treasure Island and Oakland, small portions of Oakland. And as you can see here, Bloom Arena, based off of the Oracle Arena. And if you're a sports fan, basketball fan, NBA fan, you know that the Warriors are moving out of the Oracle Arena after 47 years in the Bay. So here's Stanford and Google headquarters, Noodle headquarters in the game, Google headquarters in real life. And yeah, so Ubisoft did a great job, like I said, of replicating the Bay Area. So yeah, and just look at the details of this game, the graphics of this game. And we are approaching Market Street. Here is Market Street with the streetcars. And yeah, being able to visit San Francisco many times that I can't recount of how many times, more than 10 times I think, you get to know the landmarks and the locations in San Francisco. So here is City Hall, and City Hall is one of the recognizable landmarks in the Civic Center of San Francisco in real life. And I really like how they put the Pride, the flag there, and that reminds me, Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month for all those people who are in the LGBT and community, and happy Pride Month. Hopefully let's make it right here. I'm gonna visit the, what's it called, the Castro area? Yeah, the Castro area. So the Castro area, as we approach Market Street again, going south, the Castro area is at the end of Market Street going south, and here is the Castro district, known for, if you know the history behind it, you know what I'm talking about. So here's the flag. Happy Pride Month for all those people who celebrate it. And here's the Castro Theater and this district, very colorful district. And I'm going to use my drone more often. And here's one of the famous streetcars, the F-Line Market, if that's the route. The F-Line Market goes up and down Market Street and to the Fisherman's Wharf, Pier 39. And look at the traffic light there. If you've been to San Francisco, comment in the comment section below. If you've been to San Francisco, been to Market Street, you know what I'm talking about, because look at the street lights on the right. The traffic light here replicates the same in real life. If you go to Google Earth and go to Market Street, you know what I'm talking about. These traffic lights with the circular shape and all that stuff. Ubisoft did a great job of replicating that into a video game. So here in the distance, right there is the ferry building, the famous ferry building at the end, at the north end of Market Street. So this is not going to be the last time that I'll make an episode of Alex from Gaming for this video game. I'm going to be doing multiple episodes in Watch Dogs 2. So comment in the comment section below of what type of locations that you want to visit. So here's the San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge, the bridge that we cross. And that's another landmark. I think it's a mouse, but in real life it's an arrow with a heart shape. Here's the beautiful shot here. Yeah, so you gotta visit San Francisco. It's an amazing city to visit, and yeah, lots of tourist destinations that you should go see. And that's the ferry building. And here's one of the buses. Really like the color, the livery of the bus. Their transportation system is San Francisco Muni, the Municipal Railway. And we are driving north on the Embarcadero. That's what they call this street. And if you've been this in real life, or search up videos in real life, you know that in the median they have streetcars running up and down with this beautiful waterfront in real life. So I can't stop admiring how Ubisoft did a great job of doing this detailed. So here's Pier 39. And yeah, so I've been to Pier 39, and I will say this: it's not like real life. It being able to visit the Santa Monica Pier in real life, and how Rockstar Games did their own version of the pier, which is called the Del Perro Pier. I can say that is more accurate from Rockstar version to the real life version than this version of the pier, and to compare to the real life version. So that's the Golden Gate Bridge, and here is Coit Tower, the famous Coit Tower that overlooks the San Francisco skyline. And there's the parking structure there. And yeah, so usually on the left side in real life, you would have these specialty shops and gift stores and t-shirt shops and an In-N-Out McDonald's, but in real life it's just a parking lot. I mean, in video game life, it's just a parking lot. And here's one of the famous locations here, the Fisherman's Wharf sign. Oh, almost hit a pedestrian. And yeah, so... Oops. Hit a taxi cab, get out of the way. What? Oh no. So on my right, here's the square, the guild, can't pronounce the name. The square that makes chocolate. Do you want to launch a showdown session? No. So up next we are going to North Beach. That type of area is North Beach is Little Italy in San Francisco. And here is Columbus Street that would be in real life. This is Columbus Street. You can see the Trans-America Pyramid building, a famous skyscraper in San Francisco. And if you were to compare this to Google Images or Google Maps, you can see what I would be talking about. This is Columbus Street. And I really wish that Ubisoft were to put street names on the map. So one of the famous skyscraper. And going up here is Chinatown. And I know as a little kid, being there to visit San Francisco, as a little kid, I would go to this park, which I'm going to show you. This is the park where I went to every time I visit San Francisco, Chinatown. This is the park, and there's the playground where I would be playing on. And in real life, I think there's 2 playgrounds, and that playground is much bigger than this one. It's just kind of like a generic one. And here's the pedestrian bridge that leads to this skyscraper. Remember it very well. And yeah, this is where all the people would play chess or checkers or kind of like do some illegal gambling here. That's how I remember it 10 years ago. But moving on, we are gonna visit the Chinatown gate on our right. Here's the main entrance of Chinatown, the Chinatown gate. And in real life, this would be Grant Street. Grant and Bish is the intersection that I think has the gate, the Chinatown gate. And this building here, I remember this building right here in real life has a McDonald's. But now I don't think that McDonald's exists anymore. It's taking place by a boba shop. So we're leaving Chinatown, a glimpse of Chinatown. And behind us is Chinatown, and here is not Little Tokyo. Here is Japantown. Little Tokyo is based in LA. Here's Japantown. I remember this very well. And here's the clock tower. Yeah, I really like this mural. And here's the pagoda, the Peace Pagoda. Pagoda, that's how you pronounce it, right? And if you visit this in real life, you know that you can go into a mall and you can see all these pretty cool Japanese shops and bookstore and a supermarket. So yeah. So Japantown is on Gary Street, and it's far away from Chinatown in real life. And I remember this bridge. This bridge is part of the mall, and I think we are on Webster. This would be on Webster in real life. And you have this hotel here, and yeah. So, next, let me pause here. So up next, we will be visiting we visited the Civic Center already. Up next, we'll be visiting the Painted Ladies. And I'm not familiar with the show, but I'm sure you would know. And here's the Golden Gate Park. And the Golden Gate Park in real life would be a rectangular shape that is over 3 miles by 1 mile. And here's the Palace of Fine Arts. And we're going to end this episode on the Golden Gate Bridge. So, let's move on and visit the Painted Ladies. And yeah, so like I said, in future episodes of Alex Trend Gaming, I'm going to break this down on each location. Let's say I'm going to do a full episode of visiting Chinatown in Watch Dogs 2, and visit Chinatown or visit the Golden Gate Bridge. They're going to be separate videos, so I know that this episode is just a preview of that. And here's the Painted Ladies, that's what they call it. And I've never been here in real life, but seen postcards and pictures and reference that other people who have visit here. And I think it's Full House, and people would replicate this shot right here. And this is one of the postcard images that I remember that you would see online. You have a city in the background. Close that up. Painted Ladies. So, excuse me as I clear my throat here. And yeah, so change the radio here. I don't want to get a copyright strike. No copyright strikes on my videos, please, YouTube. And yeah, so as you can see here, you can see the Pacific Ocean. And yeah, so we're going to go to the street called Lincoln Boulevard. This would be Lincoln or State Highway 1. So State Highway 1 leads to the Golden Gate Bridge, as you can see in the background. And here's the Golden Gate Park. I always took the bus from downtown to the Golden Gate Park on 71. Route 71 is the bus line. And yeah. And here's one of the windmills at the end of the Golden Gate Park. And if you visit in real life, they are further distance apart compared to the video game. And Golden Gate Park in real life, they have many trees and lots of space, kind of like a forest, but here you don't see as many trees. So we have a bus blocking the way, but that's okay. Here's one of the bathhouse, I think that's what they call it. This is one of the places that I have not visited. And here's the Great Ocean Highway. The Great Highway. And yeah. So let's make a right here, not get into an accident. So yeah, so every now and then on an episode of Alex Trend Gaming, I'll do a Watch Dogs 2 episode and visiting each location on a separate episode, so be sure to subscribe for that. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you want to see this type of content. And this tunnel is also in real life. This tunnel leads to the Golden Gate Bridge in the Pacific of Fine Arts. And on your right would lead to the Fine Arts landmark, and on your left, you take a left here, you would go to the bridge. So I really like how Ubisoft did Doyle Drive. This would be Doyle Drive in real life. So I know I'm mentioning this and talking about how comparing this to real life. But I'm just such a fanatic to how much detail went into this video game. Such a fanatic that how much detail went into this video game. So there's the Palace of Fine Arts, not the Pacific of Fine Arts, the Palace of Fine Arts, and the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. And there at the Palace of Fine Arts, you have the Exploratorium, which is kind of like a science museum there. And yeah, so one last thing is before we visit the Golden Gate Bridge, is we're gonna drive down Lombard Street. Lombard Street is the most crookedest street in the world. We're gonna go visit that now. And here's Venice Avenue. And on our right, if you see, there's a cable car. So yeah, so we're gonna drive down Lombard Street, the most crookedest street in the world. That's been named. And it's kind of like a touristy area. So I really like the idea here. And in GTA San Andreas, they also have that kind of version, which is called Windy Street. So let's go back up here. And let's finally visit the Golden Gate Bridge. Do I really want to jump that and ruin my Tesla? No, I don't. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I just went through one of those mind where do I run it or not? Kind of like if you see a yellow light, do you run it or not? So we are on Doyle Drive here, kind of like that drift there. And you have the Palace of Fine Arts on the right. Let's clear up out of vehicles. And here you see the Golden Gate Bridge, a famous landmark in San Francisco. And you have this gift shop here. And there's the Golden Gate Bridge and the gift shop on your right. I'm not sure if that's the gift shop anymore because I've seen that they transformed that into a cafe. And I remember that building. That used to be a cafe, but I'm not sure which is which now. It's been many years that I have not visited in San Francisco. I remember that tunnel. You take a bus here, bus line 28, go to this place, a bus stop, drop yourself here, and you visit that. And this is a new one, a new building that is the gift shop. Now that you can go visit and buy stuff and do whatever you want. Here you got Fort Point there, and you have the Golden Gate Bridge. So yeah, so hope you enjoy this episode of Alex Trin Gaming. If you like this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below on what you think about this episode. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and be sure to check out my other YouTube content that is on this channel. And thank you for watching Alex Trin Gaming, and I'll see you on the next one.